his takes. I need you to be as raw as you need. Like it ain't gonna get censored, bro. Just be as chill as
I literally don't censor anything.
He doesn't edit anything, so just be as cool.
I only awesome edit things to like insert
put
a joke
emphasis
every now and then, or to emphasize on the intense shit. But ooh, look at this.
I have 4 flavors for you to choose. You and Izzy. I'll just grab what you guys don't take.
Bro, you know the turtle's got to get the mean green, dude.
That's.
You know what? Original, just like the turtle. You know?
Hey, fuck it, cowbunga it is.
Here we go.
Yo, welcome to the Toidle and Friends. We're in the Hare's apartment, co-apartment with my boy Mario. The iconic Chibi's also right here. We just thought we'd do a fucking pod in a new area and have a beer together. That's right. We'll see you guys soon. Have some fun.
Oh yeah. Cowbunga.
Now we talk for 30 fucking straight minutes without moving.
Yeah,
alright, so
cool.
basically. Alright.
Sorry.
Is what it is. Welcome to another edition to the Turtle and Friends show. I am the classic Hare, and this is the classic Toidle.
What up?
Looking at the iconic Chiba.
What up?
And this is our boy named Marvin.
Marvin, always starving, always fed.
So he's not always hungry, as you could hear by his size. he's never starving.
Brought to you by unofficially sponsored The Beast.
That shit was coming. So, yeah, we just thought we would do a solid discussion episode with you guys. We haven't done one in a while. Normally it's, some gaming, some movie reviews. But I was like, talk to the Toidle. I was like, should we just talk? Let's just see what we could create,
No WWE, though. We'll get to that point.
You can talk about it, man. But we're all gonna jump you. Verbally.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I thought that Sean O'Malley fight was boring to watch.
Actually, yeah. Money in the Bank was better than UFC.
Yeah, I found it
Put on a
boring.
fucking masterclass, bro. Marab made him look.
He tapped him out. He tapped Sean O'Malley out.
I don't like his accent. I think he should go back to his country.
I like Marab. He's a little.
That's cool.
Goofy guy.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, Mexico is a different country.
That was a fucking.
Yes, he is.
Well, my statement stands.
Well, if we bring up world history,
He's Mexican.
Mexico is where we're at right now.
A part of Mexico was in the United States. Yes, I wouldn't say where we're at. Where we're at is like Havasu.
Go Donald Trump.
Yeah, go back to your own country.
You see my brown skin? I'm indigenous.
So what else did you guys think of the UFC?
That's the only
Actually,
that's the
they
only
had
shit
some
I
good
watched,
fights.
bro. I didn't really care for much of it.
The Luna versus, I forgot her name. It was 319. What was it, 319?
I don't know. You were passed out when we were watching it, so I don't know why you have so much shit to talk about.
Yeah, you were dead.
But now I'm back
What do you
alive.
think of the fight, Jimmy?
Merv did a masterclass, like he said.
Nah, that shit was boring to me.
Tapped him out.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it though.
Fucking kept him at a. You stayed on the outside, but then when
His stamina is fucking crazy, dude. Like, the way he could fucking tap him out, like, and not even look like he's breathing.
I mean, the takedown attempts, like, I don't even know how many he did, but Marab's always crazy with those takedown attempts.
It wasn't even the fact that Sean O'Malley lost, because I don't fucking care about him. But like, I mean, you were put on this fucking pedestal to be so fucking good, and
And you were gifted
didn't do shit.
an immediate rematch. Sorry, Greg.
it's okay. Gleek is Gleek.
You were gifted an immediate rematch whenever you didn't deserve it. Because
yeah.
Sean O'Malley
Yeet.
was so bad in the first fight, too. He lost
Yeet.
basically the same way. The only difference is he didn't get tapped out. He went to decision and he got mauled the whole time, just like how Marab did him this time. And then he got gifted a rematch after a whole year
You know we have
of
bowls,
not fighting.
guys. Just to let you guys know, future reference. We got dishes. Because crumbs do add up. That is a chair.
Here, let me go get a ball.
Thank you. So yeah, dude. Basically, the only reason I wanted Sean O'Malley to really win was the fact that he lost the first time. That's the only reason I wanted to see. Like, you know how some people have a fucking comeback and they just abolish them.
Well,
Demolish them.
especially since he was making a big deal about how he quit smoking and how he got off of social media and stuff so he could be more focused on the training camp. I I was expecting a little more out of him. But he, like, after the second round, he looked like he didn't look like he wanted to do it.
No, he did not.
I think by the second round, he knew that there was nothing he could do against Marab's grappling or his takedowns and shit. He did all of this training in his training camp to learn how to defend against it and stuff, and he didn't have anything to answer any of it.
He's basically the Baker Mayfield.
Anytime that he got up to his feet, Marab just dragged him right down again. And that would be, I can't imagine how demoralizing that must be in the moment too. That'd be like, you work your way up, you finally got to your feet.
You're in the octagon, and then just keep.
Just like, fuck.
Like Conor McGregor, he's added to the list of tombstones. Sean O'Malley's done.
So this guy's just talking fucking nonsense.
No,
you like doing
Conor's
dishes?
out of it. You mean like Conor?
What, you can't eat chips out of your fucking hand?
What the fuck, Rick?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I got triggered and blacked out for 10 seconds.
No, you agree that Conor's out of the game?
Okay.
Yeah, he's out of the game. He ain't coming back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would be very surprised.
No, but like I said, Sean O'Malley used to be.
They were
Conor. Yeah, they were.
He wasn't used to be. They tried to
Used
turn
to
him
be.
into something.
What was yesterday?
And it still didn't fucking work, bro.
Yesterday
John
was the
Cena
past.
is fucking last year, bro. Logan Paul did a backflip off the fucking ropes. That's what you really want to fucking talk about, so stop talking nonsense. Fuck you and your apartment. So, back to what we were saying.
Unofficial sponsor by Naked.
So many unofficial sponsors!
Yeah, boy.
Hey, Squishmallow. Hey, when you miss, grab a squish. I don't know where the fuck that came from. So basically, this is Ham from Toy Story, and he has a little pocket that you could fuck. It's not for change. This is directed for kids. So normally, like, oh, they probably put their hand in it. But you know the sick motherfuckers that buy it. Baby hands. You got a grown man hand.
Like, that's for...
Not for change.
That's not...
This is for adult pleasure, and you know what Squishmallow is trying to do with this toy.
Yeah, dude, they want us fucking...
Unofficially sponsored to us by Squishmallow.
By Squishmallow sex toys.
Soft and plushy.
Care for your cock. Care for your car.
Alrighty. What were some of the other things we were wanting to talk about?
Gender reassignment surgery?
Yeah, that's a topic that we could talk about.
I mean, it's not much of a topic if I'm getting it.
Ooh.
Oh.
No, genital warts is serious.
Oh, you got
so
the
we gotta be
tits.
serious about genital warts. You gotta be careful who you lay down with.
Hey, the chips aren't running from you, bro. You don't have to eat them like that. You were saying?
You're such an asshole, bro.
Genital warts is serious. You might
Genital
want to get
warts?
yourself checked out annually.
You say genital warts?
Yeah.
Let me just make sure that we're getting this clear.
And you know the FDA approved a fucking new medicine for dykes. It's called tricoxagen. These are facts.
You know what?
I just got prescribed by my
I am
doctor.
not regretting letting Marvin on the show at all.
No, I just
Great.
came back from the doctor, bro. They prescribed me a couple of beers. A couple of beers. And then they gave me a little bump for my downs.
For your syndrome?
Pretty much. My stism.
Stism. It's tism.
What did I say?
Exactly.
What did I say?
It's in your stism.
It's my stism, dude.
Yeah, fuck! I'm not regretting Marvin, honestly, dude, because he's probably just gonna be the star. The reason it blows up. The reason for everything. And the thing is, though, once we do get big, and once we go that part, he's just...
I'll take it 70 off the top.
He ain't he's gonna die. He's just... bat soup and Wuhan type shit. Like, he's just not gonna exist anymore.
What the cuss, dude? Bat soup?
Well, that's what COVID is.
Super salad.
Both. I hate that they make you give a choice, bro. Sorry, I want broccoli cheddar and a Caesar. Like, I don't, you know? I'm not sorry at the same time, bitch, because I'm paying for the shit. So you could, but, you know what? I don't know why
sound
I'm so
really
fucking
passionate
hyped,
about
dog.
this.
No, because it is. It's bullshit, dog. Like, all right. So, I know for a fact you could add pickles. So don't tell me, sorry, I can't do that. You can. You can't. You just be lazy. And that shit pisses me off. No one asked you to fucking work there, dog. Put pickles on my fucking sandwich.
Do you think it's a situation where they didn't have pickles, or you know?
No, they always have pickles. They have to have pickles. I mean, working in a restaurant, doing the orders, and getting the stuff from the fucking trucks and whatever. Mm-hmm. Dog, if they're out of pickles, they must have just fried them all that fucking day for like a bonanza.
Actually, let me try a waterfall.
Some kind of whatever the fuck. Green machine. Green machine. Green machine. Green machine. You do look like that native on that longest yard. It's like a mixture of you and Bobby Chavez.
Damn, that is actually fucking great. I feel like I do like 10 push-ups right there.
Here you go, Chibi.
Thank you.
That should work.
Do I have to turn it on?
It should be on. Or did it turn off?
Turned off.
Oh shit. That's not good.
I think it's on now.
Did you turn it off?
I turned it on.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Oh, it
Turned off again. I think that might be broken.
Oh,
That's not cool.
it turned on its own.
Oh, now it's off again. Now it's on again.
Maybe it's because we already started a recording with the mics. Let me try it.
Expecting.
Or maybe it's the one that was actually.
He's a minimalist.
Okay, we're back in. We're back in.
I'm a socialist.
I'm just an old ass.
Yeah,
man
we
with
were
some
having
decency.
some audio issues. One of the mics ain't working. I thought.
Yeah,
it was just
fuck Mike. And once I find that fool, he gonna know it, and he gonna feel it too.
Who's Mike?
He ain't working. That's all I know.
Damn.
All right.
So we did
So,
porn?
Hair, tell us some interesting
I don't remember.
I think it's
facts
Spider-Man, dude.
or topics.
The fuck did this happen?
Dude, you got sliced by the Green Goblin, didn't you? Show
seen
the
the- I
camera. Show the camera.
Show
now.
the camera.
I really don't
the
remember this.
camera. Show that. Dude, you got by the Green Gobbler, dude.
Bro, what if you're having a dream about Freddy Krueger and came for you? And you almost got
Yeah,
him.
dude. What the cuss? The hair doesn't even remember where that came from. That's odd.
Damn, my biceps look good as fuck.
A little to the left. There you go. Very nice. I love that framing. Damn, though. you
Okay,
really
so
don't know-
obviously alcohol is alcohol, but no one really knows where this came from.
No.
I was literally about to ask, like, you really genuinely don't know.
I genuinely don't.
That's
So, all right.
Krueger.
I honestly don't like the fact how inflamed it looks on the side.
Looks affected.
I gotta clean it.
Really effective.
I'll be back.
You got pus and shit coming out of it.
Honestly.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
So, Marvin, tell us about yourself.
Oh, you know me. I come from a rural town called a reservation. Born and raised in Chumway Valley.
You came from Phoenix school.
Let's get into that sad story.
The sad story.
Alright, but I was gracefully blessed by two great parents. And it was a parent that I turned into a parent. Now I'm here in Havasu, working, grinding, stripping at nights. You know what I mean? Making anything to make $1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, they say people do stuff strange for a piece of change, but I make a holler for $1. I'll tell you that much.
So what do you do, like, during the day, though?
Oh,
Whenever
during
you're
the
not
day?
doing
Oh, at work? Oh, shit. When they call me by my government name,
that. Yeah.
I'm a good citizen. I pay taxes. I don't do anything wrong. I abide the law. I live for the law. I love police.
Alright, let's just pretend I'm not a member of the government right now.
Okay.
And let's have you answer that question
Shit,
again.
smoke weed, drink, all types of the ill shit, and I like to get some monies. And I don't like to say, I disregard females and acquire currency.
Huh.
AKA fuck bitches, get money.
AKA, just get money.
Actually, I've been getting piped lately. I mean,
And that's a whole lot of pipe. I'm trying to ride like a bike. Gay ass.
Yo, I need to regard that.
We never cut out anything, bro. I've asked him. I've dropped N-words. I've dropped crazier shit than that.
Like, wait.
I'm smaller than you. Are you laughing?
Because it was funny, dude.
Oh.
It's pretty well
This guy's
timed.
always just a size.
This guy's on it, dude.
He is.
He's pretty quick.
Total Marvin show.
Yeah, fuck off.
Damn, that
Greg.
sounds good already.
Damn, dude.
Total pizza, Marvin. Fuck, dude. Think about the branding. Oh, let's not talk about brandy.
Gee, dude.
I mean,
I've
you
known a
can.
couple brandies in my life. Hey, Chibi.
Hey!
I've known some and drank some.
I'll drink to that.
Gee.
Brought to you by our unofficial sponsor, The Beast.
I almost got molested by a brandy. She will deny it, but.
I got a story to tell.
Can we just be honest?
I got a story to
Rod's rate too. Like that ain't no fucking joke.
Men's
all,
health-
all jokes aside, dog.
Marvin
Them
has a
bitches
story.
be fucking trifling as well.
Yeah.
June is mental health awareness from.
I never asked or
Yeah, we're
even
doing away
wanted
with Pride
to
Month.
give
This is-
anal.
Men's mental health awareness only.
But sometimes a broad just puts their
Yeah.
on your
sometimes-
ween. Damn it.
Damn it. I hate it when.
And it's so dry. Like warn somebody.
Oh my god.
I could see why Seth,
I didn't know we were
or not
going on
Seth,
this
not
long.
Seth. Who's his homie? Homie is Superbad. Spermicidal lube. The guy that took that shit because for some reason he thought he needed it. Yes, he probably felt like he was going to do anal that night.
What
Wish
the
I
hell are
knew.
you looking at?
The fucking camera, you fat fuck. That's the audience, you stupid bitch.
Oh my goodness,
camera?
Greg. Tone it down a bit.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're so aggressive.
There's a
towards
camera?
Marvin, man. Marvin had a story to tell a few minutes ago, he said.
Oh yeah.
What was
that's
your
right.
This
story,
is Ben's mental health awareness, okay?
Yeah, you're attacking a man, Greg, on men's mental health
You
awareness.
know how it feels to get two knuckles deep in your butthole
Oh,
after
fuck,
getting yanked?
Never
Or
mind. We're
ankles
moving
are-
on from Marvin's story.
No, I want to hear it.
No, I want to hear it now too. Actually, let's hear it, Marvin.
All right. So I was out on a work training. Okay.
Oh no, dude!
I don't like how this is
starting.
I remember
I had a
that.
couple
I
of
remember
beer.
this
We had
one.
beverages. Okay, boom.
You know how-
we,
hey,
we
you know-
decided to go out.
You know how
We
Navajo
decided to eat
women are.
Denny's. Okay, because Denny's is 24/7. Denny's is $3, $5, $6, $8 meal, whatever. Boom.
2468.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm
What
talking
kind of
about.
fucking math were you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So there I was, I'm eating my fucking cheeseburger with the pancake on the side. Don't get me wrong. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's the best though, if you really think about it.
And then all right, there I was, eating a pancake, and I saw this beautiful indigenous broad. In my eyes, she looked like fucking Halle Berry. In reality,
That's Halle Berry.
bro, she looked like me, butch, handsome, dark. That's all I saw. She even took a Duke. We took her back to the hotel room. She was like, oh, I get off right now. She comes with me back to the hotel room. Go to the hotel room. She goes, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, freshen up. I think she's gonna fucking, woo wop with a boom bop. But nah, dude. She took a dookie. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I can hide the smell, play some music, you know what I mean? Just ignore it. Fuck that. Next thing you know, dude, she threw my ankles past my ears. And I was already, ready to go. There she was, dude, yanking my shit up and down and licking my asshole at the same time with a finger going in. I'm like, I almost nutted on my face. Dude, I ain't gonna fucking lie. But it was at the time I realized, because I was buzzing, I'm like, did I just get molested? Because I seemed like she had a better time than I did. Don't get me wrong, I got
You're just going through the motions. Like, is this okay? It feels okay, but is this okay?
Is this recorded? Brought to you unofficially by The Beast.
I remember that weekend he came home too. He was so traumatized. He fucking came back to the res. He's like, bro, I don't know what fucking happened.
What the fuck?
It's dead ass story.
No, it is. It's a
I
fucking
believe
Phoenix is crazy. Hey, behave yourself up there. Ain't no reason a man should get 2 knuckles deep in the ass after she takes a dookie. That's wild to me, bro.
Let the note be said, I did get my nut off though.
Hopefully not.
Bro, that's nice though. Like, cause honestly, bro, like, I get bitches busted 3 times and I don't even bust. I'm just a giver, I guess. So I'm glad that you busted.
Man.
Like, this is all men's awareness.
Yeah, this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah, dude.
This is in honor of that.
Also, I have a good reason if you abort children, since we want to talk about mental health.
Damn, double homicide.
There's never a good reason.
There it is.
I'm looking at you.
He looked at you through his eyes for me. You will never see it. But neither will my baby, so. Fuck you.
Fuck, dude. We got real. This just got real.
Well, he said mental health awareness. Didn't
There
he?
we
Hey,
go.
you want to talk about mental health? You want to go check the fucking grill before our front yard explodes?
That's a good idea, maybe.
No, I just warmed it up.
Oh, I see.
And then
Okay, I forgot he's grill master. He takes pride in this shit.
Oh, okay.
So we can't.
Yeah, like I said, I just scraped the shit off.
You can't
Got
tell
it
me-
at least
can't tell me how to live.
375.
I like they're more medium on their burgers. I like my medium rare.
I like my shit walking too and talking.
All right, they're more medium well done. And I learned this by going to Red Robin. I was like,
Mine
what?
well done, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you
that
make sure
guy.
it's cooked, yeah, because
I like
Well,
mine
there's no
medium
dairy in
rare.
there.
I like mine
so you
medium
don't have
well.
to worry about it being cooked.
Unless I'm going out to like a fucking restaurant or something, I'll always get it.
Okay,
well
so what's a
done.
good restaurant that you really appreciate? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like Culver's.
Mario's? I like Mario's. Have you ever been to Mario's?
I love that name.
So you could be yours.
No,
Hey, it
but
could
there's
be,
a
but
little
my name's
Italian.
Marvin.
There's a little Italian restaurant. It's by where the Golden Corral used to
Jason
be.
with the Golden Corral used to
Yeah,
be?
yeah, yeah.
I used to take bitches over there. I mean, females.
Motherfucker, you took yourself there because
Members of
there
the
was
opposite
food there. Yeah, there was options.
It was a buffet.
You go from a ribeye to sushi. That's why you really
talking
went.
about the Golden Corral. I thought you were talking about Mario's. You
Alright,
took a few.
I'm gonna tell you a story about Golden Corral. Alright. I
Hey,
stayed
girl,
there
let's
so
go to the Golden
long.
Corral.
They're like, hey, we're closing for lunch. I'm like, no, you're not.
No,
You're
not.
bringing lunch out one by one, tray by tray. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here, pay my meal, pay my ticket, then you're gonna bring lunch out. And I'm gonna still be here.
Dog, remember the fucking China buffet?
Oh,
Dog?
no, like, hey,
God, you suck, dude. I
The one where the Golden Corral used to be?
No, I'm talking about where Jeremy's Juju and then now where there's a gym. There's 24/7 Snap Fitness there.
Speaking of gym,
Right by Rosati's. There used to be a China buffet there.
right there in this picture. Look at that.
Oh, there used to be a. I didn't know that.
You know, I don't like that everything just fucking died down once I had a subject. First off, so there was a whole ass China buffet there. And you would just, walk in just like, I guess, Golden Corral, but just more Asian. Because Golden Corral would be like, hey, yo, dog, we got turkey legs, ribs, sushi, tacos.
Pizza.
Yeah, like it's like that. It's like, international everywhere. You go to a fucking China buffet, you know what to get. Noodles, rice, cat food, dogs, whatever the fuck you get. You know what I mean? So, like, definitely fucking double down on that shit. The thing is, though, for some reason, every China buffet or whatever Asian buffet I had, why the fuck do you guys have mini corn dogs? Why? What's Asian about mini corn dogs? 'Cause that shit pisses me off. That's not on some fucking like
It's reminiscent,
Ratatouille.
it's reminiscent
fucking,
of their penis size.
Okay, it could be, but that's like some Ratatouille
I've seen
fucking
some Chinese people with
Gusto's
big dogs.
fucking Gusto
Yeah?
doing little frozen
Yeah.
meat products. I can't stand that little fucking shit, dude.
AKA.
It's so gay. Not even G word. Gay.
Yeah, Chibi, you're Asian, dude?
Damn, I was pointing towards him, huh?
You were. Hey, the camera picked it up. We'll see it in the comeback. Well, like mini corn dogs. Why? Why is that?
It's convenient and it's snack size and bite size and it's fun.
They also do. I went to the.
So is my fucking cock, but bitches don't find it fun. The fuck? See, that's the thing, bruh. Like, things are cool until it's fucking convenient or not convenient. Go deeper. I can't, bitch. Why aren't you more shallow? You ever think of that? Why your pussy so deep?
Could you imagine though?
Hey.
Be like, be more go shallower. Tighten up a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that next time a bitch says go deeper during sex, I'm like, be more shallow.
Tighten up.
Hey, tighten it, because for some reason my Nathan hot dog is going through an airport TSA security line right now. Not hallway. There's multiple people behind me ready to fuck after me. So I know for a fucking fact I need to do some kegels. Do something.
What the fuck?
Kegels.
Bagels, beagles, tomato. I don't give a fuck.
Bringing it back to the Golden Corral subject and
Oh yeah.
Have
Sorry.
you guys
You had a story?
been to the Chinese buffet that replaced that place?
No. Hokkaido
Hibachi.
It's not very
replaced
good. It's not very good.
the Hokkaido place replaced Golden Corral. Now Hokkaido's closing down.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So, but honestly, for some reason, Havasu thinks, you know what we need? Another Mexican restaurant.
It's gonna be another Mexican restaurant.
So there's Locos where Casa used to be, and a
Yeah.
fucking Birdo's where the barbecue pork down the street used to be. I'm sorry. Is Burger King gonna become another Mexican spot because they got Philly, Hum? What's next? Humberto's, Filiberto's. What is next? Chevron, Philly, Humberto's. What's going in the Burger King?
Yeah.
If we were gonna open a
They got
business,
Real Birdos by Food City, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
do
but
have-
that's why I just say another Birdo's. Everyone's fucking Birdo. What about Birda? What about Birda?
But
Who's
for-
taking care of Birda at home?
Have you ever been to Mario's?
A couple times. Slept in his room too. Guy made me chicken strips, French fries, and pizza. That's what I love about the Res, dog. Swans, mans, dude. We ate like kings that evening, leaving the fucking bar, and we get there, and like no disrespect, but can we talk about the house?
yeah.
All right. So he has a little bro, Do-Man, and Do-Man does what Do-Man does. Like he'll do whatever the fuck he wants, and I love that about that kid. Like he'll just do whatever the hell he wants. So like I'm trying to dip a chicken strip into some ketchup or whatever the fuck. Swiper, no swipey, get out of my food! You know what I mean? Like he's a reacher. He's not a reacher. He's more of a fucking snatcher. Mine, type shit. But he don't use words. He uses actions. That's why I respect him.
He's
But yeah,
Judd from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Jed.
What'd I say?
Judd.
Judd. Yeah.
Who's Judd?
Yo, but on a real note though.
I've never been to Mario's. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But for real, Mario's is a pretty classy establishment. If you ever need a place to take a Haina, that's a pretty good place. It's dark.
I like the
Food
mom.
Do they have
lighting
good
and
wine?
the food is good. Yeah, they got there's a bar there too.
Better than Angelina's?
I don't think I've ever been to Angelina's.
Better than La Vita Dolce? We're talking about Italian
I've
places.
had La Vita Dolce before, and I mean, I really like Mario's, honestly.
I never-
like the vibe, and they give you free breadsticks.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I never went to Mario's because too many family members worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
Like who?
Like
like Grandpa Jim and Uncle Joey.
mostly just your Uncle Joey, because I will not say anything about. I respect Grandpa Jim. Uncle Joey though, respect him, but his flavors, I don't know. Everyone has a different palate. I don't like the things he eats.
He used to get down in the kitchen though.
You worked at Dolce too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting
basically
down.
the last 20 seconds is all a lie. I was just talking out of my ass. Never really had anything that Joey ate. Never really
I'm
tried.
thinking
You know,
you're talking seriously, and I'm like, oh shit.
I know most people
I'm
do.
getting some insight into Greg's inner workings of his mind, and then it's
Well, a lot of the times I do give you the inner workings of my fucking mind. That's the thing.
I just wanted to fix that for you.
Um,
Downward.
The thing is, though, as I do get older, and this might be a little lull in the fucking conversation,
Fired up.
pastas and shit, dude, breads and shit, like they're just not digesting that the way that they fucking should, man. This shit's rough. Acid reflux is fucking real.
That sucks, dude.
It does,
'Cause I
especially when you're thin.
The Visible Man, the black one. I just noticed.
He's fucking reading the whole thing.
Hey,
They got an Invisible Man poster.
No, it's a Wolfman poster. It just says
Oh, it
old
says
man.
the wolf. Old man.
Old man poster.
It's the old man poster.
So basically, I got this poster when we went to go watch Revenge of the Sith.
From Blumhouse, producers of the
It's from
Black One.
and actually, it says from Blue Mouse, producer of the Black One, and the ore of the Visible Man. Keep the bad things outside, old man.
Did you like that Wolfman movie? Did you watch it?
I did because I do have Peacock because it's like $6 a month and I could afford that.
Yeah. What did you
And
think?
no, I didn't. A lot of
No, you didn't think.
no, I didn't like it.
Oh,
I thought you asked if I enjoyed it.
I
My
asked,
bad.
what'd you think?
Oh, I think I didn't think. No, I didn't like it because I don't give a fuck about the human side of shit. I live on the human side of shit. I want to see the monster.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
The monster was barely in it, and it really just boiled down to
It was a lot.
it showed the
drama,
insight of what it is to become the wolf man more than anything.
I'll show you a wolf man when I wolf these glizzies down my throat. I'll be outside grilling. This is a break from.
I mean, you'll still be mic'd up, so we'll.
Or you could pass the mic to Chibi.
And Chibi's also going.
Because I don't know how much. Chibi's going outside too.
So anyway, we're gonna be grilling. We got some fucking
Just keep
big
the door
hot
open.
links. We got some glizzy goblins. I got a knife in my hand and a Happy Dad unofficial sponsor. And then here we go.
have a lot of
and
unofficial
do some,
sponsors.
beef patties. Yeah.
That's right, dude. It's a feast. It's a feast. So, Hair.
Keep the door open. Open the blinds.
You.
I really like the energy here, man. I'm really digging it. I like how you guys are right across from the police station, too.
Yeah, you'd be amazed on how they don't show up. So,
Really?
Yeah. How close they are? It takes them still minutes.
That's ridiculous. It's literally across the street. I'm
It is,
looking
dude.
at
I
it
feel
right
like
now.
if I give me a badge and I will show up to every emergency that happens on the street. Since me and Marvin have been here, we've had 2 or 3 fucking car crashes. One person was on an electric bike and another person was on a fucking motorcycle.
What, just like in front? Or?
Right in front, dude. We were able to film everything. You know, Mario has his res tendency, so he's all looking out the blinds and shit. And I'm like, dog, why? Because I'm fucking nosy. And I can respect that. At least he owns it. He stands on top of it. Like, I'm just not a nosy person. Because, like, if I go out, like, I grew up just like, hey, dude, what the fuck are you looking at? So, I don't, like, if I can assist, I will be nosy. But, like, dude, the motherfuckers around here, like, hey, the car's on fire. Do you need a fire extinguisher? What kind of fucking question is that? Go grab a fucking fire extinguisher. Like, silly shit. Silly white people, Slavic fucking bullshit, dog. I hate Vikings. I hate fucking whites, man.
Oh my gosh, Greg. Alright. Let me unpack this a bit. So, I wanted to say,
I got a fucking grill.
I try not to be. I'm very much like of the same mindset of being like, like what the fuck are you looking at? And like if I feel like anyone's looking into my business, I'm like, what the fuck?
That motherfucker was
So I understand that. And then sometimes
extra
for sure get
spicy,
that,
man.
Like, damn, they're talking at that.
Spicy,
I wonder
like
if
I'm
they're
gonna make
interfering
this
with our
food.
sounds.
I wonder too, but I mean, because it is my. Hey, quiet down, dog.
What was I gonna say?
I knew that I'd get a reaction. Yeet. Hey, bro, do me a favor. While you're cleaning shit, leave your mic because I think you're interfering with the conversation just in case. So just clip the mic on the back of the right here. Unless you're done making sounds, you can still be a part of it. Stop looking like a little fucking female, like you're sad you got left on prom. I'm trying to tell you, if you want to fucking still be loud, leave the mic. If not, if you're gonna talk, keep it. Bye, Marvin.
Yeet.
But yeah, like, I mean, honestly.
And then
like,
at the same time, I can't help but be nosy sometimes, for sure. I mean, my girl is real nosy, so like
I
if
can't
anything,
stand that in a female. I'm sorry.
like if
it's not
there's a
toward
noise.
you, it's just in general.
No, I know, but like if she there, I mean, and I get it too because sometimes, most of the time, it's already at night, and that's whenever I say nosy, but it's like she just gets concerned sometimes because like if there's a noise outside or she thinks somebody's pulling up to the house or something, she wants me to go and check on it. And it's like, all right, or she'll go and
Is
peek
she
out the
expecting
window.
somebody? I don't know why. Like why?
No, but if
Noises
you hear,
happen.
yeah, but if you hear noise real close outside your window,
To be completely honest, dude, I hear those noises all the time, and I don't investigate because I mean, movies taught you die if you do. Obviously, I keep something on me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say what it is. I do keep something near, so if I need to do something, dude, you hear everything. And I think the thing is, obviously, it's a complex. I don't mean to fucking cut you off, like your conversation didn't mean anything, but just in my experience and stuff, like when I do hear noise and stuff, to a certain extent, I'll check. But if it leaves this apartment, nah. Unless I'm doing laundry.
Oh no, dude, I'm not like if it's like a scary noise or like a weird.
No, anything noise though. It's just more of an anything noise. Like I hear bumps in the fucking night all the fucking time. Oh, better than me? I don't know. Like it ain't me. Like because
I don't know. Dude,
I don't know.
can't
It's,
do it, dude. Like I'll get freaked out sometimes, but if I hear a bump in the night, I have to go and see what it is. I have to,
outside of your home.
well, not outside of my home.
That's what I'm talking
typically.
about.
I mean, there's been a few times where I've gone to the backyard to be like, just to check. And honestly, sometimes I'm like, go ahead. Like, if it's a demon or some shit, let me see it. And maybe that's not the right attitude to have.
It isn't, because I know for a fucking fact I am the same way. And the thing is, like, you know how things just don't work ever in your fucking time? That's what it was. Like, you know, you call some shit out and then you see it. But it was months later, so I was just like, alright, bet. You're real. I'll respect you for the time being, but I ain't trying to say we should.
Do you want to elaborate?
Well, just like,
That sounds juicy.
I don't know. It's just like when you do talk about supernatural things and, you know, occurrences and stuff like that. There's certain things that I've learned not to fucking, I don't know, just either talk shit on or just fucking be rude about, because that shit is real. And so I would just, I guess, just expose myself to, you know, obviously not in a way like, oh, I want something to happen, but more in a way like I need to see if it's real type shit. So like it's the movies I'd watch and the games I'd play, or the things I'd expose myself. I would never go too far. Like I never did like a Ouija board or a seance type stuff. But I'm glad that I never needed to, because the shit that I did expose myself to was enough for me, man. Enough to show that, hey, if there's evil in this world, there is a God to me. So I don't want to really fuck with this. Like, it gets to a certain point where I don't even play certain games anymore or certain things anymore, because like it's fun until it isn't. You know, it's fun until you do see something following you or something being with you constantly, and no one else is there. And it does suck, because you feel like you're losing your fucking mind in a way.
I used to see shit a lot as a kid, but nowadays, like after I got older,
I feel like, because our theory of when we were kids is we were on a different spectrum, we were on a different plane. I think that's why we do see the things that we do see as kids, because as we get older, you know, certain parts of the spectrum, I feel like we grow past. But when we're a kid, dude, like, when we're susceptible in our imagination and everything is just fucking working, I feel like we do see things that we can comprehend, that we do see that are there, but they really aren't. I really feel like they are on a different plane sometimes. Or that us as children, or when you see a child, you know, talk to somebody in the corner or see something, like, I feel like there's a, and then I get all spiritual, because I was like, you know what? Children see this shit because they're the closest to the Lord. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were made, and this is where they're at. So they're still, like, they're one-on-one with God. So, like, I mean, they could see certain things. I'm not saying have powers. Like, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
like, you know?
I understand what you mean.
To a certain extent. I'm not saying like they got super abilities, but like these
It's
are
almost
certain
like
thoughts
they're
and stuff that I
closer.
have.
They're closer to. They're not as polluted by sin, I would say.
Yeah.
They're not as polluted by the world.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound as cool as what I said though.
You're right.
And with that being said though, I do have a strong belief that there's no child that ever gone to hell, like, because they're just too. They're not built yet. Like, I mean, I firmly believe, like, if I do end up in heaven, dude, it's gonna be sad, but there's gonna be a lot of children there. But at least they're there, you know. I don't feel like there's ever been a child that's been punished, because I feel like people do use that as like, you know, and anyone could go to hell, you know, type shit. But I feel like, dude, it's sad,
there's
but
the
when
question of, do you think God damns children to hell that don't believe in Him? And it's
that's
like,
what I was getting at. I just didn't want to. What the fuck?
No, that's a big one too. That is a huge. That's a huge fucking hang up for a lot of people about even just believing in God. Or even there are people who believe in God, but they still hold to that viewpoint where it's like, okay, I believe in God, but there's no way He could be all good, or there's no way that He's a loving God or anything like that, because yada yada yada, this would mean that this child has to go to hell because they don't believe in Jesus. And it's like, okay, well then you're ignoring all the other shit too, because Abraham didn't believe in Jesus. Abraham didn't know about Jesus. Abraham was the father of God's people, and him being asked to sacrifice his own son and everything, and then he was willing to do it. So, but like that has nothing to do with Jesus. I mean, that's painting the picture of the sacrificial fucking motif and everything, and of what would have had to happen eventually. And then, even in that story, God provides the sacrifice for Abraham, so he doesn't have to sacrifice his son. He provides the perfect, unspotted lamb to be sacrificed.
It was more of a lesson, right?
Yeah. Well, and some people get caught up on that, like, God really had to test Abraham to make sure that his faith was really in him. And
yeah.
Like, okay, well, first of all, he didn't have to, in my opinion.
He didn't have to do anything. It's God.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
He chooses to.
But obviously he chose to for a reason. And obviously we still have the story, and we're still talking about it even today in 2025. So it's relevant, and it fucking meant something, and it's like... Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I get caught up on too, or when people try to pull that excuse, like, oh, why did these people have to go through that? Why does anyone have to go through anything? Life is life. Life is fucking shitty and horrible sometimes. The world is evil.
That's one thing that I do get upset with, dude, is, I'm not sure if it's a word, but I'm going to say it on the pod, the episode, the show, comparability. I hate it when people fucking try to compare. Like, this is not a fucking game or a race to anything. Like, yes, I understand that certain people have been through certain things, and that stuff could travel, generational trauma. You could feel those things without experiencing those things. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, fuck, bro. Stop beating a fucking dead horse. Either you're gonna fucking get better at what you want to be or what you're gonna do, or you can just fucking hold on to the stigma of everyone that, or not even the stigma, but like just the fucking. I just hate it when people just feel like a fucking victim all the fucking time.
Yeah. Everyone.
And I know that's kind of
I say everyone, but I mean like.
Everyone is a general term.
Yeah, you get the general feeling that most people want to be victims nowadays.
I hate that. Have you ever felt like when you're actually down and out and you're really fucking feeling down? Do you like that fucking feeling?
No, it's shitty.
So why the fuck do people crave that fucking feeling to me? To fucking think like, to idolize, like, bro, like
being a victim.
I'm getting emotional even talking about, like, idolize the fact that you're just so low and you're so down and fucking out, and you don't, you want to live, but you don't have a fucking craving to, and like that's a weird thing to want to crave to feel to me. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel when I'm fucking down and out. I don't want to fucking say everyone feels that way, but like,
I'm sure there's a lot of people who can relate.
Like, I've been alone in my room. I've been alone, regardless of the fucking space. And I've never craved to want to feel that. And I don't understand. Like, I think they want to be the victim in the sense that people are giving them attention, like, oh, are you okay type stuff. But there's so much more that is actually to the people that are being victimized. There's so much more feelings and so much in depth. And I get so fucking angry, dude, because a lot of them have nothing to fucking cry about.
They're just looking for validation. Everyone's looking for validation.
Oh, man. Like, I've literally heard problems, and people are like, why are you laughing? And then I know I could be an asshole. I'm not trying to be. But it's just like, because I feel like your problems aren't real problems to me. And I don't try to be a dick. Like, I understand that everyone handles things in their own way. But, like, there's times I'll hear people's struggles and stuff like that. And I got better at laughing in my head about it. Because people don't like to be laughed at. It's just like, I feel like even though there's harder storms, I've already weathered that. So, like, I mean, it's just, I'll let them say what they want to say, and I'll rebuttal. But sometimes they don't care about the rebuttal. They just want to,
Yeah, sometimes people just want
to be heard, or, yeah. And I get that. But when you're fucking quiet, they want you to talk. So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but then
it's just like
it's like they're like, oh, how come you're not saying anything? But then whenever you say like how you honestly feel about things, and it's oftentimes it's not.
Oftentimes they're not listening. So
oftentimes they're not listening, or it's not what they want to hear. It's the opposite of what they want to hear. They want to hear, oh, poor you. Oh, that's so.
That's one thing I will say about the iconic Chibi dude. I used to gripe and complain and vent to him. And he was just like, hey, bro, it's probably because you're doing this and this. It's probably because you're doing that. If you just change that. I'm like, No Baptist sermons. But like that's a rebuttal that you fucking get when you don't want to hear what you want to hear. But like he never changed it, so like that's cool. I do respect that about him and you. Like when I wasn't feeling like gaming a couple weeks ago, you knew what I was doing. I was on a bender because that's how it gets down sometimes. And the thing is, dude, when you're anxiety filled and you're alone, like I don't want to, but I feel like I'm so out of place. I can't give you guys what you expect from me, even though you don't expect anything from me. You know, I can't give you the Greg because honestly, I don't even want to be Greg at that point. You know, but I mean, it's not what it's about, but like it's just
like
you know,
get
it's just
caught up trying to play the role of yourself. Like I feel like a lot of people do that. Like that's like
I'm not a lot of people. No one else does what I do.
see, he's doing it again.
See, I am.
He's diverting. But yeah, I feel that. I understand that feeling a lot, dude. And I mean, I used to get a lot of comments about how smiley I was whenever I was younger, and then how I'm all gloomy nowadays. I try to be more smiley now, since like
It's not working.
in like the past 5 years ago, I used to get a lot of comments about how.
I got like it's
Oh, you
5
never
days.
smile now. You never smile anymore. You used to be so smiley when you were a kid. It was like, do you want me to pretend? And then eventually I started thinking like, well, why am I being all fucking a dick? Why am I being like giving into the fucking shit? It's like, because there is shit to be happy about. I mean, I'm alive. I got a lot of good things going for me, even with all the bad shit that's going on. Even with living in this fucking shit that we call the earth. It's like, there's so many problems, but there's so much good shit too.
There is, man. And I, like, for example, dude, I walked to go get some stuff for us to have some dinner tonight. And the iconic Chibi accompanied me. And I thought about complaining before I started talking. And I didn't. I was just like, you know, it's actually kind of a beautiful day. He's like, it really is. I was like, other than the fact that it's just too bright, like, because the sun was just really stunning. And I was just like, you know, it really is. Like, and outside probably. And I'm just really, just really grateful. I'm grateful for a lot. Like, I do pray every morning. Like, and it takes me time to wake up and actually fucking do it. But I do. Like, I find solace in my alone time. But at the same time, bro, shit does get lonely. And I know this is like a weird fucking segment that we've been fucking going on, bro. But like,
Yeah,
I mean, this is the whole part of what discussions are about, right? Just fucking talking about
Yeah,
things.
sometimes it goes to
You know?
places. It goes
So-
to deeper places than you expect.
Or at least I'm fucking being real, you know, about it. And it does suck, man. Like, Chuz will be like, hey, bro, I miss you. And sometimes I'll see it, bro. I just don't answer because I just, you know, I'm glad that he misses me, bro, but like, sometimes I feel like I'm not a person deserving to be missed at the same time.
Oh, Greg.
No, I'm not trying to fucking like dive into that, but like, it's cool. It's cool that people miss me. I'm grateful for that. I really am.
I think that ultimately, like, everyone's looking.
And not just Chubbs, I read a lot of people's messages and I just don't answer, dude. 'Cause I don't.
I mean, if
It's not more like a response instantly because I need to. It's more like, yeah, I just don't want to fucking respond because I don't fucking. I'm just not there socially or I'm just not there mentally. But when you guys do miss me, I do miss you guys too. This is what I'm trying to say. Shit like that. Like, it's not unreciprocated feelings. It's just like during the times I don't answer or during the times I fucking. It's just know that it's not me ignoring you. As weird as that came up. But yeah, I'm not ignoring you guys. Much love, gang gang. Turtle.
Let's bring me to my next topic. Don't smoke crack.
And that message is approved by the turtle.
I actually miss crack. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was fun. I mean, it's less fun when you're up for 3 days. Like, the third day, you're like, fuck.
Have you actually done crack before?
Huh?
You've done crack?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if it would be called crack. You know what I mean? Like, everything has a name. So, I've done white substances. Was it crack? I don't know. So, I've been told shit was cocaine, but cocaine don't burn. That's the thing. That's the key. Cocaine should never burn the nostril, boys. If you guys are doing cocaine and it burns, you're probably doing meth or crack.
Good to know.
I don't feel like that's a solid stop point, you know? I feel like we got to keep going with this.
No, I know. I was just there was.
Sorry, clapping is usually like my bad.
We were getting onto the supernatural train a little while ago.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get back there because there was a story I wanted to tell, and it did involve the iconic Chibi.
Oh, bet.
I was talking about how I used to see a lot more shit whenever I was a kid, and nowadays it's like I don't see anything.
Yeah, we need to cut out the shit where I was crying.
All right.
You don't edit anything. My bad.
But I remember one time we were playing hide and seek or something like that. Was it hide and seek, Chibi? And Chibi was the one who was supposed to be finding us or something like that. And we had a bunch of the lights turned off.
I was like scaring you guys or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, and then
So I was hiding from you.
so Chibi was hiding it all the way in like the back room, and it's the fucking Arizona room, and he was in one of the closets, I think. So he was all the way back there, and I was in the hallway.
Fucking hiding spot, my boy. Damn. Handled that shit.
And so, like, a bunch of the other guys, we were all out there, and they all got freaked out. I got freaked out, too. And they ran to the back room, that's Chibi's room right now, and they locked the door on me. They didn't let me in, like a bunch of assholes. And I was freaked out.
They were so scared they were just going to let you fucking die?
Yeah, I guess so.
Isis and Demo.
Yeah, Isis and Damien.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. They were kind of like... Those guys were their own characters in their own world, in their own house. Like, yes, they're related to you guys, but I swear, those two were like their own people. Mm-hmm. And you guys were your own people, too. Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Locked you out.
But I remember...
Hey, Tim.
I remember I turned and looked down the hallway after that because I was trying the door, and I was like, guys, let me in. I was like, why'd you lock... I was like, unlock the door. I'm trying to with the handle, and then eventually I like stopped, and I was like, okay, like, calm down. You're freaking yourself out. You're freaking out over nothing. And then I turned and looked down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway, in the living room, in the dark, I shit you not, I saw Chibi standing there, like, staring towards where the window would be, the big window. Like, just looking in that direction, and then I was like, I fucking saw him, so I was like, I see you, Chubbs. And then he turned and looked at me, and then I was just like, and he didn't say anything, he didn't move or nothing, he was just looking at me, and so I was just like, and then I walked to the middle room and just like went and sat on the bed.
You didn't confront him?
No, I was fucking freaked out. Like, I was so
Well, if it was
that
your
I went and
brother,
I
why
said-
wouldn't you confront
Well,
him?
because I said, I see you, Chubbs, and then he turned and looked at me and didn't say nothing. And so I was just like,
Was this more of a shadow figure, like a silhouette type vibe?
I
or you
remember
literally saw your brother?
remember seeing his face.
The fuck? Why didn't
But
you
it
talk
was
to him?
dark. It was dark.
Wasn't me.
I know, obviously. I'm sorry, but
It was
yeah.
dark, but I remember seeing his face because, like, Chibi's getting
You call him Chubbs. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I was
know.
like, I see you, Chubbs, and then he turned. It turned. And
So
looked
what
at
did his
me.
eyes look like? You know what I mean? Like, what was that?
Like, I remember not wanting to look at it very long because, I mean, I know that it looked like Chubbs, and I was just like, and then, like, the fact that I wasn't saying nothing, and then I was just like, what the cuss, and so then I just went, like, I remember slowly walking, and then I was, like, kind of looking down because I didn't want to look at it anymore, and then I went and I sat in the middle room, and then I sat down on the bed because it was the girls' room at the time, and I just sat there, and I remember just, like, looking at the floor. Like, almost like I went into shock or something. And then Chibi comes hauling ass down the hallway, and he's trying on the radio, guys, let me in, guys, and shit. And he
So
was
why
all
were
freaked
you
out at that
spooked?
point. Because
I heard Izzy say, I see you, Chubbs, and I was like, dude, I know he don't see me because I'm in the fucking closet, and there's no way.
That is
fucking
creepy
see me.
All the way
fuck,
in the back
bro.
room in the closet. And you're just say, I see you, Chubbs. And then you're just like, what the fuck?
You're like, this motherfucker don't have no X-ray vision. Like, there's no way. Dude, that's creepy.
I don't know if I heard footsteps or what, but I know I heard like a little something, like by the classroom or the Arizona room door. And then I remember what was going through my mind was Aliens, honestly, from fucking Aliens.
Yeah.
It
Sorry,
freaked me out,
my
man.
mind
So
went.
I
My
was
mind.
like, fuck that.
My
freaked
mind
out.
went to signs.
So I just ran out, ran through the kitchen, went down the hallway, and then tried going into the boys' room, but it was locked. And I was like, let me in. And then Izzy's like, Chubbs, and then I'm in here, whatever the fuck. And so then I went into the
Yeah, I remember.
ISIS's room with Izzy.
Yeah, I remember I picked that and I was like, Chibi,
Chibi, why were you staring at me?
why were you being fucking creepy, dude?
Bro, that wasn't. So to get that validation, dude. Hey, that wasn't me. That had to be scary in
Yeah,
its own
actually,
way.
I think I told Dad about it too, and then like we turned on the lights and shit and went and looked around the living room. And then like there was a pile of clothes on the recliner, and Dad was like, maybe it was that, maybe you thought you were seeing things in the
Rationalizing
dark.
everything,
And I was
yeah.
like, maybe.
I'm not
but-
trying to be a dick. Like, your dad knows things, but like anyone tries to rationalize it.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know?
But I remember because it was looking forward towards where the window was, and then,
And then
I
it
was like,
turns at
I
you.
see you, Chubbs.
Clothes can't turn at you.
And I was just like, all right, now I'm gonna go and sit down and fucking think about everything, and the next thing you know, Chibi's hauls ass past the doorway, and he's banging on the door and shit, and I was like, Chibi, like,
So, RIP the GOAT. Cousin Chris wanted to hang out, and so he's like, hey, do you want to come back to New Mexico and hang out for the weekend? I'm like, dude, that shit would be lit. That sounds dope. And so he drives down here, and he picks me up. And we drive back or whatever, and we do like, it was either a baby shower or something like that. Something happened. So I'm sleeping back at the pad, and there's this archway. It's like half of a McDonald's symbol, just half the M, just that archway type vibe. And I'm experiencing sleep paralysis. And I see your dad and a dog right beside him. Your dad's not saying anything, obviously, because he's not really there. Just to give you guys context, you know, there's no way that his pops would have been there. But the dog is just barking at me. And for a solid second, dude, it was just like, and by second, I mean multiple times, I would experience sleep paralysis and it would always be accompanied by a dog. But it would be, the person accompanying the dog would always be somebody in my family or somebody that's close to me. Somebody that's familiar. Somebody that, like, because the way I think about it is like, all right, this is a demon or whatever the fuck. They want somebody with a familiar face to make you think that you know, it's okay. You know, whatever. There's no way that your dad is standing in New Mexico when he should be in Lake Havasu. It wasn't a dream. It was as vivid as fucking vivid could be, bro. And it's just barking. I just hear, you know, barking and growling. Shit that you would hear, like, somebody tell from, like, a scary movie, like, oh, you know, you just heard these, like, or a guttural sound, but, like, that's the stuff that I heard. And it sucks when you're paralyzed because you can't move, or in that state of, like, it's in between, it's a state of in between awake and REM sleep, whatever the fuck, based on what I read. You know, I could have read wrong. Fact check me if you want in the comments. If you fact check me, I know we got viewers on this shit. So, but at the same time, it's horrifying. It's scary when you see somebody in your personal house on Saguaro. I thought I saw one of you guys walk into your room in the very back room, so I followed you. I've shared it before, but like, all I saw was like the shadow of somebody going in. So like, I go in, and then I'm like, "Hey, cousin." And it was either one of you two because I remember saying one of your guys' names, and just no one was there. So I was like, "All right, bet." And the thing is, I didn't focus on it. I just fucking go on about like, "Hey, you just see things when you see things." But another time, dude, like it went from your guys' dad to my brother Ezekiel. And I don't know, like they feel like whoever they are or what they are, they feel like they can just familiarize with people that you just deeply care about, and that's okay. And it's really not, dude. Like, I even confronted Zeke the next day after I saw him. Well, I thought I saw him, and he was like, no. And I was just like, because I thought it was more of like, okay, we're in the same house, so there's more of a probability. I know there's a fact that your dad was not in New Mexico. There's no reason that he would be up there, obviously, when me and cousin Chris, like, there's no correlation there. When I saw Zeke, it was in my parents' house. Mm-hmm. So it made more sense to me, like, why he would be there. And he was just standing there at the foot of the bed with a dog, and the dog's barking at me, just like the first story. And he's not saying anything. And I'm like, hey, bro, what were you doing at 3 a.m. last night? So after I wake up from sleep, I always check the time. I have to. You know, I need to know what the fuck's going on, because you're in a state to where you don't know what's going on because you can't control it.
Was it like literally?
It was no, not literally 3, but around at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like, bro, what were you doing?
It's the witching hour, bro.
No, I know, I know. And I was just like, bro, were you not standing at the fucking foot of the bed? And I gave him the details, and he's like, no. I was like, hey, bro, like, I ain't trying to like just press you on it, but the fact is, when I was going through sleep paralysis last night, you were standing at the foot of the bed with a dog, and you weren't saying anything. Mm-hmm. And that upsetted me, because I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I started to realize, these unnatural, supernatural things were just toying with me. And I hate the fact that they look like family members, bro. That shit fucks with me. That's so sadistic to me that they familiarize. They want you to be so comfortable with what you're seeing that it's okay. Because I started I was like, even though Zeke was there, oh, it must have been something. Like, it's okay that you were standing there. That's not okay. It's weird. I used to do that shit to your fucking dad. That's not okay to be doing that. The sleepwalking. The only this is my shit was real. I was actually standing over your dad for hours. Whatever.
That's gnarly, bro. That's crazy.
But
I remember him still telling me about
I feel like
I can wake up and you're standing over him.
I feel like all of it though is something. It doesn't make sense for all of it to be nothing. You know what I mean?
Dude, the res is
I don't
definitely
sleepwalk
haunted.
anymore. Yeah, the res is definitely, because that's where all this shit happened.
I remember my dad still telling me stories about being at Grandma Irene's and shit, and being like, yeah, the res is definitely haunted.
So when I was in New Mexico, that was a whole other fucking res. But when that shit happened, it is what it is on the fucking land.
You met Joseph, right?
Who?
Joseph from, we used to work with him at Chico's.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lives on the res now with his baby mama.
Oh, with Angel?
Yeah. I just saw him the other day. Oh, I didn't know that was his baby mama.
Be fucking respectful. Just because she belongs to the res, though, she don't belong to the res anymore. She's with somebody that we care about.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And I'm out.
I still gotta cook. I should have came back. You were saying?
I know he was saying he was walking home late on the res, and he said that there was like, he got a feeling that someone was following him, and then he turned around, and it was like he was walking down those hill roads on the way up to the, the main area.
Where's he work at, the casino?
I'm not sure.
Because I know the shit that he's talking about.
Yeah,
I used to do the
up
same
and down
walk.
roads, yeah.
This is by New Louis Park, actually. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he said he was walking down that road, and then he felt like a weird feeling, like someone was following him, and like he looked around, and then he said that at a certain point he heard somebody following him, and so then he turned around, and he said that up on the top of one of the hills there was somebody standing there, and they started waving at him, and then he was like, "What the fuck?" And then like he didn't know. He said he was late, so it's like he didn't know who the hell would be out there. He said the fact that they just stood there and they were just waving, he's like, he totally freaked him out, and he said he just took off.
I've literally been on the res during the fucking day, bro, and I've heard footsteps following me, and I'll turn around. I heard footsteps and animal noises. The thing is, you can rational animal noises, but you can't rational animal noises when they're right behind you, and there's nothing fucking there. But never saw. I've seen shadow people and shit like that, but the thing is, like, when you don't experience it as much as certain people do, like certain people will focus on it. See, I mean, I'll see what I see, but I won't pay attention to it anymore. But yeah, I could totally get that fucking. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. This one time I was on the fucking res, and I was going down the fucking street, and I was we were driving. We were driving, and I swear, dude, it's so fucking vivid. And we're driving, and something's coming out of the wash, and it's just it's a woman in white. It's a woman in white, and she's almost transparent, but she's enough to where like you can see through her, but you can see that she's there. And it's like, okay, was she wearing a white dress? Type shit. I don't know what the fuck. I ain't gonna say it's La Cochina or whatever the fuck. You know, I'm just gonna say what I saw, and what I saw was that, and bruh. The res doesn't make you see things. It just, I think it more allows you to see things. I don't think it's our minds playing tricks on us. I think it's shit that's just bad. It's a negative energy when you go there, bro. You go
blood
there.
in, blood out.
I think there's a lot of dirty, shady shit that goes on around everywhere. But I mean, you hear
that energy is stuck there.
You hear about shit on the res, and then not to mention all the fucking spirit worship and shit like that. Like a lot of the natives, and I'm not trying to talk bad about my own people or whatever, but like, truth is the truth. Let's get that straight. Like, you can't call the truth if it's not true across everywhere, around the whole world. So there's that.
I try to be a dick, but can't the same argument be for Christianity? What's the truth? It's all faith, right?
What do you mean?
Isn't Christianity built off faith? Isn't that religion, not just that religion, but, all right, for example, when you put it in that aspect, and the things that natives do believe and stuff like that.
Jesus said, I am the truth, I am the way, no one comes to the Father but through me.
Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick. Or,
no, I know.
I'm trying to be educated.
I'm just trying to explain my perspective.
So no one's gonna acknowledge the fact that I'm cooking sexily out here?
That's why you had a mic, you fat fuck.
Look how sexy these burgers look.
We will, but hey, can we acknowledge that every time this fool came in, he's interrupted a fucking mid-conversation?
Yeah.
You were saying?
But yeah, that was why I was getting onto the truth statement, because the truth is the truth. Like, you don't call it that unless it's universal, right? Like, you can't say 2 + 2 is 3 and it be true. You can say it, and you could have a whole group of people on the other side of the world who believes it, but that's not the truth. 2 + 2 is not 3. 2 + 2 is 4, right? So, truth is a real thing, and it's a universal thing. So, I believe that Christianity and the person of Christ was true. So, there's that. And it's not just based on faith in my own experience, and in most people who are educated, like Christians, in my opinion too. It's like that's a big argument. It's like, oh, it's all based on faith. And
that's what I was saying. Is I'm not. I don't want to say it as the fact that that's my land that I'm standing on. No. I'm just saying, if you're gonna argue that fact, can't someone say, like, and you did. You provided me instances where people do think that way, and I don't know, man. There's one thing I do know, though, is when I wake up in the morning, there was a heck of a genius creator that made all this, and the relationship that I talk, and the person that I believe and know that I'm talking to, I know there's love there. I know it's not just like a dictatorship that people try to make it out to be, or it's not like, oh, if this person is all powerful, why does he let this happen? I really don't. I don't think that way. And I think I am grateful to not think that way. So a lot of people are
a lot of
thinking
people are
that
stuck
way.
like that, man. It's sad.
And the thing is, bro, like, fucking emotionals. I feel like God cries a lot more than we fucking think he does. I think he's very, like, not sad, but like I think he's hurt I think it does.
I think
it does
it
infect
says
him
in Scripture
some
that
way.
He desires for all of us to come back to. He desires to have a relationship with all of us. So the fact that so many people actively and want to turn away, I'm sure it does. I'm sure He's like, yeah. I mean, being a father and like having my son, whenever he doesn't listen to me, whenever he actually does some shit that is like against me and he's just a little baby boy right now and everything too. But it's like, it's hard not to feel the disappointment or not to feel like, damn, dude, like, I wish you would have listened because then you wouldn't have got hurt or then this wouldn't have happened and all this. And it's like, you can't, imagine that on an infinitely higher level because I'm sure He views us as all of us as His children and shit. I mean, there are people who do horrible things.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm sure that He's heartbroken about it.
Him as a parent, man, really has to be going through fucking pain every day.
Yeah, the father has a lot.
And the thing is, dude, like, I don't know. It could just be like some superpower media meta shit that I'm just thinking about. Like, an all-powerful person could choose not to feel that way, but I think He allows Himself to feel. You know what I mean? So He could just, I don't know. It sounds weird.
Well,
it's kind of a theory.
That's one of the things about fucking even Jesus Christ being a thing. Like some people are like, oh, why would God limit Himself? Or some people say God couldn't do that. It's like, okay, then you don't really believe in the all-powerful God because if He's all-powerful, He can do anything. Okay, well then why doesn't He build a rock? Could God build a rock that He can't lift? Okay, then you're just being ridiculous. You're coming up with logical fallacies and shit like that. Like, truth is the truth, and that has to be consistent. So you can't have a rock that God couldn't lift, because God can do anything. So that's already inconsistent. That's already a logical inconsistency. And it's like, it's a nothing question, in my opinion. It's like, obviously God could make rocks that Jesus couldn't lift, and I believe Jesus was God. So there you go. He got around it already.
I'm not saying it like
I do believe that Jesus was God and that if He wanted to, He could move mountains. I mean, He literally said if us being His followers, obviously being lesser than Him, could have the power to move mountains with our words and stuff like that if we only had the faith the size of a mustard seed. So, and I believe that. Like, humans' words have like shaped so many things throughout time and everything like that. Just words and everything. And then even like our words to each other and stuff like that throughout life and stuff like that. Like the words we exchange, they do something. They mean something. When you put them out into the world, it does something. It carries meaning and power and stuff like that. And I believe that's because we are made in the image of God. And that's how He made the world. He spoke it into creation. And in the beginning, God said, "Let there be light," and it was.
And it really just kind of boils down to the fucking, like, one of the golden rules. Like, you're taught growing up and stuff, like, hey, mind what you say, watch what you say. Mm-hmm. You know? It's just because that shit does hold meaning. I miss Chubbs when he misses me.
I guess that was my long way of coming back around to the whole thing about like the spiritualism of the different religions and even especially the natives and stuff like that. And it's like they want to hold on to that stuff, and I understand that too. But like I said, at a certain point, you got to acknowledge that there's things that are true. The truth is the truth, and the reason why I believe that Christianity is true is not just based on faith. I have faith in everything, but that's not the only thing it's based on. My faith is based on the historical accounts, that's the Gospels, and then the way that Jesus has my own relationship. That there's the personal argument, and then there's the moral argument. It's like, okay, do you believe things are right or wrong? Okay, where does that come from? Where does morality come from? If there is no God, then there is no right and wrong. Because if we all just came from nothing, we're all just stardust and shit.
Growing up, morality came from your parents, but, you know.
But where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Yeah, no, I got you. I got you, fam. I'm just, I'm also fucking thinking, and I feel like Jimmy Neutron when he has a brain blast type vibe, it's all just fucking working in my head at the same time.
Yeah. So it's like... Like even in back in the day before Moses and stuff like that.
That was aggressive.
I mean, there was a lot of
Are you
stuff
okay out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
that influenced or that was similar. I wouldn't say influenced, but I would say that was already similar to like the Ten Commandments at the time. But that was revolutionary whenever it came out. Like those the laws and everything. There's like everyone's made in the image of God. I mean, before then it was you were born into being like if you were born into being in the Pharaoh bloodline, you were considered like a god, and you were above the fucking common folk, and they were considered like a lot of the times. A lot of the religions were like the lower folk are dirt, like they don't mean anything. It's only royalty. It's all about blood. It's all about who you know and who you were born to and everything. And then along comes Moses and being like, nah, dude, the creator of all made us all in his image. And that's what he said. And then he's like, yeah, this shit ain't right. Like, taking another man as a slave is wrong. Taking, like... Yes, sir! It's crazy how that's where that all originated from. Where it's like, yeah, this is wrong, dude. We shouldn't be doing this. Because... And then it becomes a question of why not. And then it's because we're all equally made in the image of God. Like, we all carry the image.
Yeah.
We're all imagers. So, for one of us to subject another one to be a slave or something like that is like trying to enslave an imager of God. And I mean, that's already wrong. So, and then there's the thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not steal, honor your parents. Yeah, and then just the way that it built from there. And not to mention where Moses got his original stories from, the traditions and everything, because that shit must have been passed down from a long time. And I believe Adam and Eve were real people at one point too. Whether it was that there was like monkey people that evolved over time, and then eventually they came to consciousness, or that God like that there was monkey people, and then God was like, okay, we're gonna make the people like Adam and Eve. I don't know how it worked. Honestly, I don't. And I'm not going to pretend to know. But I do believe that the Genesis story, like, I believe Adam and Eve were real people. I believe there was a garden. I believe there was the serpent, or to bring the light, bringer, or whatever. And then the whole body fucking quad pulled up. So, yeah. And there's the truth. So, like I said, the truth is the truth. So if you're not believing the truth, then you're believing a lie or something that's wrong. Not necessarily a lie, but you're confused. You got it wrong. That ain't the truth, because the truth is the truth. So then it becomes a matter of, okay, are you truly seeking the truth? And if you're truly seeking the truth, then you're going to find it eventually.
I did the best I could with the fucking panties.
I don't know if that makes sense. I think it makes sense.
Don't fucking gaslight me.
It's not gaslighting, the food's
And you can tell
no shit.
whenever people come up with their logical fallacies and stuff, like I said, like about the whole, can God, well, if there is an all-powerful God, then could he make a rock that he couldn't lift? Could God make a rock that he was incapable of lifting? Oh, so then he can't lift a rock?
AKA Marvin with the Yeet glasses, all WWE, and Jacob Fatu, by the way.
Here's your mic, Greg.
Anyway, back to religion.
Yeah, and then the people will be like, oh, you just blindly believe in the Christian faith and everything based on, like, blind faith. And I think that's completely wrong, too, because the apostles didn't believe based on blind faith. They believed on what they saw. And even then, they didn't necessarily believe at first. I mean, they saw Jesus performing miracles.
So that's just like
everything.
facts and fiction, non-fiction and fiction.
No.
Like each fiction is based on some belief or truth. Like how would they be able to come up with something?
Because stories are stories? What do you mean? Imagination?
Yeah. Why would they?
No, but that's not imagination, is what we're saying.
My point is that if you compare all of the Gospels, they're all consistent. And they're all
He reads the
Bible, the four main Gospels are consistent.
Let the audience know he does read the Bible.
No, I don't.
The four
Okay, so
Gospels
shameful.
are consistent with.
Very shameful.
like Jesus' teaching and the
So I'm a
whole
white
even the
woman in a
background
brown
and
man's skin, and I'm not a diabetic, but
Hey,
I'm healthy.
the idea of an episode is to let people get off their opinions. So he's talking, he interrupted him. No, it's not. It's not. Doesn't have to be fucking yes sir. I'm not no dictator. I just want ethics. He's never done an episode, so I was just like telling him about it. You know. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I was on. Fuck.
You fucking did, man.
So there's the argument that it's like, okay, these guys were willing to die, a lot of them, and that argument is kind of blown up a bit, where it's like, oh, all the apostles were put to death and stuff like that. That's not necessarily true. A lot of them, or a few of them, it's a lot of historical, a lot of historians are pretty sure, like, that more than a couple of them went to the death, and they were willing to die rather than deny their faith. And then there's some where it's like, okay, we've only got one story about that. We don't really hear about that story from anywhere else, so I don't know how true that is. But the Gospels...
What do you feel?
Well, I'm pretty sure Paul and Peter, and I don't think John got until... Because I'm pretty sure John wrote or
John the Baptist lost his head.
John, there's different Johns.
Okay, so we gotta clarify.
That's why John the Baptist has that clarification. John the Baptist, Jesus of Nazareth, Matthew the tax collector. That's another thing that lends to the historicity of the Gospels, because if you compare the names of the time, Matthew was a popular name at the time. Jesus was a popular name at the time. Judas was a popular name at the time. That's why you have those little monikers in there that are differentiate. That's why you got Judas Iscariot, or Judas the betrayer, Jesus of Nazareth, Matthew the tax collector. And those are all consistent with the popular names of the time, and why they would even feel the need to put those little add-ons at the end to differentiate. That's why you got Peter, and then you got Simon Peter and stuff like that. So that already lends to
became Saul, right? Over
No,
time? Or Paul became Saul over time.
Saul became Paul.
Saul became Paul over
Yeah, after he converted to Christianity. And that's another big thing that lends to the Christianity being true, because Paul started off as he was a devout Jew. He was considered extreme to the extremely devout guys. Like, they were like, this guy's a little extreme, and like he tried to hold to all the laws and everything, and he tried to wipe out Christianity as soon as he heard about it. He was hunting down early Christians. He was putting them to death and shit like that. So, and then on the road to Damascus, whenever he's on his way to go hunt more of them, he has an encounter with the living Christ, and then suddenly he converts to Christianity, and he's going around, and then all of a sudden the New Testament is made up of I think it's like 2/3 is Paul's writings, is Paul's letters about the faith and about his faith and about Christianity and about like why it's true. And like I said, he was a devout Jew. So he knew about all the prophecies. He knew about all this stuff. And so once Jesus revealed himself to him, he was able to see it and everything. And he explains a lot of it too, being look, like it's pointing to all of it. Like, look at Abraham and Isaac and all that. Like, look at all this stuff. And so that's why I really appreciate Paul, and that's why I think it really lends to the historicity of it, like the historical like take of it, you know, because he started off hunting Christians, and then all of a sudden he converts, and he's one of the most devout, and he's willing to go to the death. Paul went to the death, and and then there's points where he's locked up in prison. He's writing letters from prison where he's writing it to another place, saying it to another place, being like, I'm locked up right now, but I'll see you soon. Like, I don't believe my mission's not over until I spread the gospel. So even though I'm locked up right now and potentially could be put to death, I know I'm going to make it to the next place. And he did. And stuff like that, over and over, until eventually he got to where he was done spreading, because he was considered the apostle to the Gentiles, everyone who was outside of the Jewish faith. That's what Paul's considered, because that's what a lot of his writings were about, being like to the Gentiles, to those who were outside of the Jewish faith already, being like, yeah, everyone is being brought in now. Like, it's not just about blood, it's not about God's people anymore, because everyone is God's people. We're all made in his image. And that's what Jesus came for, to bring us all back to him. It's there in the Tower of Babel story. It's like, I'm going to spread you all out. I'm going to give you all different languages, put you all under different gods because that's apparently what you want. But through Abraham and his people, there's going to come the shepherd, the good shepherd, who's going to bring all of his people back under him. Well, those who want to be. I mean, God gives us free will.
Choice, yeah.
God gives us free will, so that's why he says, like,
Book of
pick up
Isaiah.
your cross and follow me, or and that's where you get all the prophecies in Isaiah about the good shepherd and about
he
the.
does read, dumbass.
About
I don't read.
So yeah, and the book of Isaiah that came like a long ass time before Jesus, and then Jesus fulfilled so many of the prophecies in Isaiah, so like that too. And Jesus saying the Jewish temple was going to fall, that prophecy already came true too, like a few years after he was dead, or after he was dead and resurrected and went back.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little break from that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to force people to eat just because food's done. They know food's done. They can smell it.
I am the mother hen right now, okay?
You ain't mother shit!
I'm the mother hen, and I made sure food was cooked gracefully, well done to medium well. Okay, and fucking it's up there. If the longer it sits, the more goddamn it's gonna fucking.
Are they gonna not eat it? How'd you get the food to grill it?
Let's take a break.
Was there
Actually,
a person that walked?
We got real deep there for a bit, but I thought it was good.
I did.
I'm not upset. I don't even think why we need to take a break unless. I mean, we can continue it though. Pause.
Pause. What he wants to say, but I got a good grill thanks to what's his name? Not Turtle. He's Turtle.
The hair.
And he's the hair. Actually, I got better hair than he does. But one more time, and you.